Welcome to Laughing in the Dark, an Are You Afraid of the Dark rewatch podcast. For 90s kids, Are You Afraid of the Dark was appointment television every Saturday night, a spine-tingling horror anthology delivered gently, befitting its Canadian roots. I'm Bryan White, and I'll be your host for this evening. Also joining me tonight are my fellow members of the 930 Society, Dave.
Hello.
Mikie.
Hello.
And Eileen.
Hello.
What's going on, folks? How we doing?
Hi. I'm ready for some cool specs on my face.
And a kid named Weeds.
So weird.
So we're right back to it. We're back with the weird names.
Yeah.
When they brought it up, I was like, what did they call him? And I had to bring it back twice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do they call glasses in Canada specs? Are they walking around being like, oh, gotta grab my spectacles?
I think, again, this is another sort of throwback language thing where it's just like, hey, man, cool shades. It's like you would never say that now.
No.
Maybe in the 50s you would.
My dad says specs.
Well,
and
okay.
he's Scottish in 85.
Exactly.
You would still get, you would get Archie comics back then, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Archie ones. Nice. And they would still have those ads in them that had hey, get your rubber dog poop and your fake vomit and your X-ray specs.
Your 3D specs.
Yeah.
Get in the back of Boys Life magazine.
Yeah.
Maybe not in 1992.
Boys
I think
Life.
Boys Life magazine was probably done by 92.
Seems like it.
Yep. Oh, tonight we'll be talking about the 6th episode of the first season, The Tale of the Super Specs, hence our discussion about specs, which aired on Nickelodeon in the United States, YTV in Canada on September 26th, 1992.
Yeah, that was 4 days after my birthday. I actually had to do a little bit of math before I said 4.
Oh my God, 4 days.
Were you 11 at the time?
You're a Libra?
In 1992. No, I'm a Virgo. It was the very last day of Virgo. Last day of Virgo, first day of fall. Yes, I would have been 11.
Okay.
Squarely in the wheelhouse of this episode.
Oh, yeah, you're right in the target demographic.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this episode, it's not bad enough that Mary Beth has to put up with her annoying, prank-obsessed boyfriend. She's the only one stuck with dealing with the aftermath of his meddling with magic spells at a local magic shop that makes no distinction between hokey stage magic, rubber vomit, and the arcane mysteries of the occult. She's cursed with a pair of X-ray specs that she can't get rid of, and if that's not bad enough, they're causing a hidden dimension of figures in black to collide with her own.
Whoa.
Yeah. What's that? How are we feeling about this episode?
Woo!
Because let me tell you.
They're like, hey, do you want a whoopee cushion?
Yeah.
You want some smoke bombs? You want a Book of the Dead?
Yeah, very Gremlins vibes.
0 to 60.
I know.
Because I'll tell you, you know what? I really liked this episode.
You did?
Very unironically, I thought it was a really funny episode.
The kid in the episode is so familiar to me, and we looked him up.
Same.
I could not find him from anything else that I really would have recognized. But I feel like he was either. I remember this one, and I do remember this one very well because the people in black initially are kind of creepy, and so maybe that's why. I remember this
Figure
one,
in black, which points at me. Yeah, his name is I the same thing. I was like, this kid, I have seen him before. It turns out I have not. But his name is Eugene Bird, who's in a few episodes of True Blood.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
As a rewatcher.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up, right? And also something called The Gays, No Homo, which I mentioned because that title is fucking ridiculous.
Wow.
The gays, no homo.
Like the gays,
Yeah. The Gays, like Gaze.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's like,
but
I'm
also,
I'm looking at your crotch, but also no homo, man.
Yeah, obviously. Obviously.
Yeah.
I know him from Ghost Rider. He was on Ghost Rider.
God, I loved Ghost Rider so fucking much.
I have never
dude.
seen. I know.
Yeah.
I think I know what this show is, but I have no idea what it. It's a PBS show, right? Like a public television show.
Yes, when I would come visit the U.S., the first thing I'd throw on that TV in the morning, I was like, yes, Mr. Rogers is done. All the little shitty baby shit is done. Give me Ghost Rider, motherfucker. Because they were like, oh, we're solving mysteries.
Wait. Is that the one where they get stuck in a maze or something like that? Or am I thinking of
sometimes,
something
like,
else?
They would have like a book, and it would like they would try to solve mysteries and stuff like that, and there would be
Because
this-
there was a ghost.
Yeah,
and
there
he
was
could
a
only
ghost, and
communicate
he-
with letters
okay.
from printed
yeah.
things.
All right, I'm thinking of a
stuck on
different
the fact
show.
that Aileen comes to the United States, the first thing she's like, let me at that public television, public broadcasting.
I love
Everybody out of my way. I need
Where's
to see
Cokie Roberts?
PBS
Someone
is
put on
operating.
Morning Edition.
I gotta have my McLaughlin report.
Oh my God. Masterpiece theater. Dad!
You're very cultured.
it. I love
Oh
it.
God.
I love it.
Are you being served also? Oh my God. I loved it.
Did you just
so
love you some
much.
faulty towers?
I did.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Oh shit. Well, if there's nothing else to say about this episode, I think it's time to dim the lights and tell the tale. Submitted for the approval of the 930 Society, this one's called The Tale of the Super Specs. Whoosh. So we open on Gary literally cutting his finger off with a little guillotine.
Oh, Gary, you're so funny.
Oh, Gary, you're so cute. Your floppy hair.
Kristen is there to witness it, and not realizing that she's in a goddamn magic shop, she freaks out at the sight.
God, Sarah, Kristen, God, fuck off.
Yeah,
Now-
Kristen.
He
Is
can
she-
do
when we
so
were-
much better than her.
Is she the most
Honestly.
annoying member of the Midnight Society? I think
No,
so.
Kiki is.
Oh,
It's Kiki.
leave Kiki
Betty
alone.
How
Ann,
dare
I'm
you,
sorry.
Kiki? You're coming for Kiki like that.
Yeah, nope. Betty Ann. She's a horse girl.
Mikey
Nope.
hates Betty.
I fucking hate her. I have no reason to, but I just do. I'm sorry.
It's going to be Betty Ann for now. Trust me, we will get two who are more annoying, but not until later.
Oh no.
Great.
So we learned that Gary's dad owns the magic shop, which seems like the sort of thing that only people on Nickelodeon owned and operated successfully. Maybe
Seriously.
also on the Disney Channel.
Which is funny. If you had asked me, what do you think Gary's dad does? I'd be like, well, he owns a magic shop, obviously.
Either that or he like teaches clarinet or something.
Also, can we talk about the fact that, like, it is made very clear from day one, Gary's like, we're not friends. I would never. And yet, from here on out, they're like dating each other. They're showing up at each other's fucking magic shops and shit.
Yeah.
This is starting to sound an awful lot like friendship.
Are they dating though? Because like I thought that David was the one that had announced his
I don't-
claim on.
That's true.
We don't ever
Right?
actually get the lore around the Midnight Society. We will never really get too deep. Like, we never actually get dating. I think it's probably because they're probably too young by
Yeah.
like TV standards to be dating.
I beg to differ even with this episode because I mean, they're not in
That's
the
true.
Midnight Society, but we do have like young teens dating, which honestly made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is a little weird.
Oh, that sort of subplot in this episode is really fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only ones that were definitely dating were Eric and Frank. Because I'm sorry, the sexual tension, it's popping.
No, don't get too attached to Eric. Everybody.
He's too busy directing Heated Rivalry. Did you know that?
Is he?
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes.
God damn it. He is amazing.
He said, I'm going to take my Canadian money and I'm going to show everybody a bunch
I'm
of
gonna
butt
take
fucking.
all that letter.
A bunch of butt.
I mean, my understanding is that it's in there.
Yeah. Oh,
Literally,
girl,
yeah.
it's in there.
Woo!
Damn.
Uh-oh.
This is Are You Afraid After Dark Nights?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. But hey guys, Kristen drops some nasty remarks that the rest of the Midnight Society has been talking some shit about Gary's stories lately because they haven't been too scary.
Yeah, she's like, I shouldn't tell you this, Gary, but I'm absolutely going to tell you this, Gary. Everybody thinks your stories suck.
Wow.
You're mid. We all hate you. Get better or we're leaving.
I think that this is just her ploy to, to scoot up to him. She's like doing that thing that insecure dudes do, where they totally neg a
Yeah.
girl and they're just like, you're just fine.
She hits
I
him with the
guess.
black light, throws
Exactly.
some rings at her.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, she's been listening to fucking
Mr. E.
the guy with the wonky eye, to Andrew Tate.
Oh, I was going to go
Oh.
Cash Patel. Why do they all have such wonky eyes?
When you're a misogynist.
Also, can we briefly talk about the soundtrack in this episode?
Yo.
It is bonkers Game Boy. It's like beep boop, beep, 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 beep.
Hunka-book-a-ticka. Yeah.
It's how you communicate whimsy.
We already have a theme song, but if we didn't, I think it should be that.
Nice.
There is a little bit of blippy boopy stuff in there. I had to put it underneath the bass track, give it a little bit of velocity.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah. So she picks up a pair of X-ray glasses, super specs, you might say, and then he makes them disappear in a puff of smoke.
And she's like, "Oh, Gary, you're so cool with your sleight of hand magic." I guess I was doing it all wrong in high school.
Yeah.
I was definitely doing it wrong in high school.
Out of the fireplace, the crew is divided over Gary's stories. Dude walks up as they're being shady and confront him on that.
Yeah, because Eric's like, "Oh, hey, Gary, we were just talking about how much your stories suck.
Seriously.
You know that nobody at this fire likes you? This is your group. You started this group. We all hate you, Gary."
Yeah. Yeah, so Gary, instead of telling these jerks what's what, decides to tell a story that'll really lay him low.
Oh, yeah.
I said, he's gonna get you guys.
It's a story about three kinds of people. People who believe in magic, people who don't, and people who should.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a story about a kid named Weeds. Weeds.
Like that's his name. Like his
name is Weeds.
Biblical name is Weeds.
What's up, Weeds?
Listen, all I know is next year he's gonna get out of this. He's gonna graduate 8th grade. He's gonna go to high school. He's gonna be really into Cypress Hill
Yeah, he is.
For sure.
True.
and Bob Marley.
Yeah. Weeds.
So Weeds was into magic and tricks on April Fool's Day, and it's like Christmas for him. He's working on a spell with this lady who wants to go to the movies.
I like that you call her a lady. She's like 14.
This lady.
She needs to get to her shift at Macy's, but she will.
Hilarious.
She's his lady.
Yeah.
Do you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Maybe you're even barely getting by making minimum payments. With credit card debt hitting record highs, National Debt Relief offers real debt relief solutions for people struggling to keep up. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy, and you may be able to pay back less than you owe, regardless of your credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe 10, 20, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living increases. To find out how much you could save, visit nationaldebtrelief.com. That's nationaldebtrelief.com.
Yeah, so she watches him recite, and I quote, some kind of voodoo spell.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Listen, Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I know it's
not,
the 90s and all.
not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he throws some magic dust, which lands on some nearby X-ray specks. And these kids don't notice, but they shimmer with magic colors.
Now, here's the thing about this episode. We are basically going to ignore all of the other actual magic in this. They're just like, this is about the super specs. And it's like, meanwhile, he's over here drugging bitches.
Fully, like,
Truly.
getting powder made of bones that he's like, LOL. Girl, this is crazy.
This is downright black magic. Come on now.
Yeah, and then his girl is like, hey, we've been dating for a long time now. What, 2 weeks?
I can't handle this.
That is such a 13-year-old thing.
Absolutely.
But this is what I was like, oh my God, they're dating. That's what's happening here. Because otherwise I'm like, who are these people? Are they friends? This doesn't seem like it's a thing.
No,
This isn't just a lady. This is his lady.
That's right.
that's right. It's his old lady.
Oh, God.
Female.
And she's noticed that Weeds is kind of immature. Then he acts surprised by this and then farts with a whoopee cushion.
Classic.
And I say, whatever your name is, lady, get used to it, because this is about as good as it gets.
This kid is going to peak in sophomore
He
year.
is a
Oh my
straight
God.
Canadian man.
Yeah.
So now out comes the store owner, Sardo Numspar.
Wow. Who is this queen?
Oh
He's
my
pretty
God.
he's pretty fabulous if you get my drift.
Also, where did you get his last name?
Because The bad guy in The Golden Child, his name is Sardo
Oh,
Numspar.
Numsi.
My brother Numsi.
Sweet brother Numsi. No, see, you gave him a last name, and you can't give him a last name because the whole bit is that it's just Sardo, no Mister, accent on the dough. And I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here. This is too much. But
Yeah, also, as far as this show is concerned, it's a fine line between stage magician and homosexual.
oh boy, they don't even bother to cover this up.
No.
My girl,
No.
she is out. She might as well have come out in her like
Fucking high kicking, throwing his hands in the
like a drag robe. She felt like Nathan Lane in the Birdcage, like getting ready to go on stage.
Oh God! If he had come out throwing with a bucket of confetti, I would have not have been surprised at all.
Listen here,
honey.
do you remember Dr. Vink? Dr.
Yes.
Vink will show up
yeah.
many times throughout this series.
Yeah. The riddle pervert.
Sardo will also show up many
thank
times.
fucking
this is
God.
not his only episode.
Because
no.
I love this guy way better than the riddle pervert.
He is like he's George Santos. He's fucking storming through the door.
My God.
100%. 100%.
1000%.
Except he's got this awesome like gold lame blouse, and then he's got the receding hairline, but he's got
Mullet.
the ponytail.
Yeah.
The ponytail at the same time.
Curly, balding in the back and like just curly. I'm like, yes, mama, serve them looks.
He's probably like, what are you doing behind the counter? You don't work here.
Exactly.
Well, understandably, he finds Weeds exhausting and is trying to get rid of them, but Weeds pulls up one of those magic super specs and buys them, and then he gives them to his old lady, who is unimpressed with them until she sees something mysterious and troubling there. A person in one of those black morph suits.
Mm-hmm. Lady Gaga's here and she's furious.
Guys, abracadabra, gabra, ooh la la.
I mean, at first, I would shit my pants if I put on some glasses and it's like there's just this black. Now, I don't know if this would be creepier or not. Like, if it was just like some bad early 90s like CGI where like it's like a black shadowy figure. It's not. It's just a person in like a body sock. I think that makes it creepier.
Well, this lady is fully like, I'm going to church. Like, she's got a veil and a skirt and whatever.
What's the crying? Who's the weeping woman? What's her name?
La Llorona.
Yeah.
She looks very La Llorona. Very, very, woman. All the films that have woman in black in them.
I thought you were going to say woman of the night.
Woman of the
that's
night
something
also.
different. They don't show up in Nickelodeon shows.
Yeah, just like Ozzy said, figure in black
Yeah.
points at me. Oh no! Yeah. Later on at school, Weeds is reading his voodoo magic book and gets a shifty look on his face.
But even before that, we cut, and it's just this fucking dude doing like backflips across
Jesus
the
Christ.
screen.
This fucking school.
Slow it down, Canada.
This school is a fucking nightmare. And how do I know that we're in like a parallel dimension? Is because like we see this, and then later on they're leaving the school, and there's like a bunch of kids standing on like the stone railing doing plies.
Listen,
This is a performing arts
Is this like
school.
a performing arts
Yeah.
school?
when you have dance class at 8 a.m., you gotta warm up outside on the bike rack and do your plies, okay?
Was this also in Nicaragua? This is like
No.
You have your early morning horse ride to the freeway.
And then in the evening, take me to the bike rack so I can do my second positions and my third positions.
That's the teaser right there. It's also the t-shirt.
He steals some girl's yogurt and drops, I don't know, Rohypnol in it.
This
And then he-
is
Hey, that's
horrible.
Weeds just drugging this girl's yogurt.
Yeah, and then he puts it back and watches the girl eat, and then her voice suddenly sounds like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Hilarious.
Yeah, she's
My
like, oh
goodness.
my God, what's happening? Why is this happening? And I wanted to be like, girl, you are also just roofied. That's the bigger problem.
That's
Yeah.
what's terrifying. This kid is
Yeah.
carrying and with like bone powder. So not only are you being roofied, you're ingesting somebody else's DNA somehow.
Well,
Ugh!
Ew.
In yogurt.
okay.
Gross.
Sorry, that's the teaser.
You're ingesting someone's DNA yogurt.
Disgusting.
DNA yogurt goes
That's the
so
winner.
crazy.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
Oh, okay, shake it off. Here we go. In the school, Weeds puts the glasses on and watches a kid open his locker. Then as it opens, a fist on one of those accordion springs pops out and punches him right in the face.
Ow. That's a real
LOL.
elaborate joke.
I can see why everybody thinks Weeds is obnoxious.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is exhausting.
Yeah. Now along comes Weeds' old lady, and she snatches the glasses right off his face and spots that mysterious ghost again in the hall. And this time you can see it much more clear, and I won't lie, it's a little spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not just a person like in a black body sock. Like she's got like a skirt and heels, and she's carrying a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Lady Gaga.
It's Lady Gaga.
Literally.
Yeah. It appears to be a woman in black holding an open book with some kind of black veil over her head. And when she takes the glasses off, she's gone. And she tells Weeds what she saw, and as they leave, he doesn't believe her. So she sees the woman by a nearby tree. When she puts them on, tries to get Weeds to see her too. But when she puts them on, he doesn't see anything.
Also, I don't understand why he doesn't he's like, this is ridiculous. That's so silly. It's like, bitch, you were just outside drugging this girl with bone powder. This is where you draw the line?
Yeah.
Yeah, what we're going to find out later on is that Weeds is oblivious to what he's doing. He thinks that this shit doesn't work.
Right.
This is like when Mulder was like, vampires? That's silly. Okay. All right, fine. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because when he put the powder in the fucking girl's yogurt, he's like, nothing happened, and leaves before he sees her talking like a chipmunk.
Yeah, the problem is that this guy just has no patience. I
Right.
think he has undiagnosed ADHD.
Absolutely. All those fucking kids probably do.
Yeah, patience
All that-
is the
all
least
that-
of your problems then.
What is that? All that red 30?
It was ready for
Yeah.
to die. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trust me, I had to see many, many specialists because it was absolutely caused by food allergies and who the hell else knows?
Well,
Every episode of this has a little bit of biography in it, doesn't
Hey,
it?
listen to Bring Me the Axe. You'll get the whole life story. You'll get my coming out story. You'll get all my high school heartbreak. It's great. Real funny stuff.
The weapons episode where I just get a little too autobiographical.
I hope you edited out
boy.
like the long rant.
you guys, you shouldn't tell the people that you killed your significant other by bashing your head into their head. That's
yeah.
not a nice thing to do.
No, it's not. When Weeds' lady there takes the glasses off, the lady in black is gone.
And then she fucking chucks him right into that drugged yogurt.
She
the
does.
trash.
It's true.
So now, Weeds puts his magic dust on a basketball later on, shoots hoops with a friend.
Oh, and that friend, he is wearing a true waisted pant.
Absolutely.
Right up to the nipples.
Yeah. And the shirt tucked in. So he is
No belt.
working
Not
at
a
like
nary a
a
belt.
Best Buy later in the day.
Well, it's a true waisted pant. You don't need a
That's
belt.
true. That's true.
It's true.
Yeah. And so he whiffs on the shot and then tosses it over his back and it goes in, but he doesn't see it. Just nothing but net. Awesome
Again.
shot. I know. This guy. His girlfriend Mary Beth, that's her name. I'm gonna stop calling her his old lady.
This is probably about the point when I was like, what is this fucking girl's name?
Yeah.
I don't think they say it until this point. So now she's out with her girl complaining about weeds. I get it. I do.
Yeah.
For the first week anniversary, he bought her a book about mummies.
That's cool.
Wow.
The fuck is up with that?
I mean,
I'd like that.
we've been together
I would
7
too.
years. I just
that
bought
would
you
be-
a book of Victorian vulgarities.
Cool. That's
I
a
probably
good
would have
gift.
bought you. I probably did buy you a book about mummies in the first week.
So he reaches into her bag to show her friend, but pulls out the glasses, which we last saw in the trash. I know.
Oh my
I know.
God. They're following me.
And we'll never actually get an explanation for this. Like, why are the glasses haunting you?
Right.
Like, I
The
get
glasses
why
are also cursed. So now she puts the glasses on when she's at home. She goes home. And because this is like a child in the 90s, her parents are not home.
Of course.
see our episode on weather.
She puts the glasses on. Spots a steaming tea kettle on the stove. Only there's not really any teapot there.
It's a real tough one.
And then she spots a roaring fire in the fireplace. Only the actual fireplace isn't lit.
Oh.
And she's also wearing a fucking gigantic peace sign around her neck. Like this.
Oh my
Looks
God.
like she got it on one of those claw machines.
That is so Clarissa explains it all. Like that is such a fucking 90s girl accessory. You need to have a huge pendant right in the middle of the boobs you don't have.
And you could buy it like just like whatever boardwalk you live closest to.
Yeah. That's where you get.
She's like,
What's the place you go? You get your ears pierced.
Claire's.
Claire's. She got it at Claire's.
She got it from Claire's.
Absolutely.
She totally shoplifted it.
Yep.
Out in one of the bedrooms, she spots the figure in black again, and it points behind her, and she turns to find two more figures in black. Ooh. And then they approach slowly.
Ah.
Now, all right, we got to cut away. Got to go to the campfire, check in with everybody, make sure everybody's cool.
Of course.
Midnight Society is eating shit for doubting Gary's storytelling chops. He has them in the palm of his hand. Those rubes, those fucking idiots.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yep. And now we come back. Mary Beth runs out to find Weeds and tells him what she sees. She puts the glasses on, sees a whole gaggle of people in black just shooting hoops.
Yo, what's going on? I was like, at first, when we first saw the lady in black, I was like, okay, she's being haunted by this lady. This is going to be some like ancestor of hers that is following her, and only the glasses can help her see. And then we see those two people in the house, and I'm like, oh, maybe still connected to her because it's in her house and there's two people. Maybe the house is haunted or whatever. But then when we cut to the people in their morph suits playing basketball, I was like, come on, guys.
Okay. I know. Let me explain what happened here. In the writing room, they got about halfway through, and then they were like, and then she sees them playing basketball, I guess. And everyone's like, yeah, sure. No, sure. That's
Why
good.
not?
That's good.
Okay.
That gets us full.
Yeah, listen, we need a shooting script by 2. Just fucking put it in there.
Yeah, do another line, Gary. We need this.
They're just like, look, they're kids. They don't give a shit. Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Shoot it. Come on.
So they stop when they see her, and she goes running. So Mary Beth runs back to the magic shop, and she talks her way in.
Well, she knocks on the door, and he opens through the mail slot.
That's right.
And I have a note that says, I bet all of Mr. Sardo's friends refer to him as theatrical and, quote, a lot. No, he's fun, but like for a little while. Like
he's so extra.
He can be a lot.
You'll be like, just say you have to go home for dinner or something. You can't stay out too late. Just one.
Are we inviting Sardo tonight? My God. Okay. Well, I'm gonna need a little bit to prepare, okay? Maybe get me a glass of wine.
It's easier when there's other people around.
I know, he really takes the B12 right out of me. So together they look through that magic book, and he finds a spell that Weeds probably cast on the Specs with his magic dust. And he explains that she's seeing another dimension through the glasses, just like in the movie From Beyond, which he doesn't actually talk about. That's me.
Sure.
And then we are surrounded by beings that we can't see, and the glasses allow her to see parallel universes, and those people can cross into our dimension now that the window is open.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Are we meant to believe that he actually knows this information? Like, is he actually delivering us this information? Oh, he's bullshitting. But is it actually the information, though?
Well, see, that's the thing is, I think it just happens to kind of be true.
Okay.
But then he's just like, I'll come to your house for $20. And I was like, girl,
no.
That's how people get murdered.
He tries to shake a 12-year-old down for $50.
Well,
Canadian.
He's such a grifter.
Look,
Damn.
he's also gay, okay?
Yeah.
You can't trust him. Not 201. You can't trust him.
Listen, poppers don't pay for themselves.
He needs it.
So he goes to get his magic dust, but it would seem he sold the last of it to Weeds.
Jesus.
Now, we catch up with Weeds through Toilet Cam. He's about to flush the magic dust because it was a total ripoff, or so he thinks.
Why can't he just throw it in the trash? Why is he dumping it down the fucking toilet?
Because, well, we gotta build a little tension here.
Look, Toronto's infrastructure is old. All right, you can't just be dumping shit down the toilet.
Also, or do like a drug dealer thing and take it out of the bag and then dump it like at loose cocaine in the fucking toilet. Do a Pulp Fiction.
Wow.
Yeah,
We're
I've
not
seen
all
Goodfellas.
from Nicaragua, okay?
Listen, it's how we do it in Latin America. We throw it, we break the brick open, and then open it out into the toilet.
Meanwhile, Sardo shows up at their house dressed like Stevie Nicks.
Oh my God, this outfit.
It's amazing.
So yeah, he's about to dump it when here comes Mary Beth just in time to rescue the dust. Sardo Numspar performs a stupid ritual to close the dimensional window and sprinkles the dust over his crystal ball. And then the ball lights up to everyone's surprise. And he tells Mary Beth to put on the specs and she sees a whole bunch of black figures in the house. And Weeds tells her that she doesn't need them anymore because he and Sardo can see them as well.
And Sardo's blouse is just blowing in the breeze, just flowing like beautifully.
Everywhere. That silk.
To such movement.
Yeah.
Sardo finds another spell and casts it, and it sends the figures in black away. And then they're alone in the dark now. A spectral light from above shines on Sardo, who runs away when a giant pair of eyes appear over them. And then it gives them shit for messing with the veil and fixes it for them with a furious wind that threatens to blow them all away.
It is crazy because Mary Beth's hair does not fucking move. It just stays in one spot the entire
that's Aquanet.
time.
Aquanetted the hell
She has
out
the
of it.
hardest hairspray. Yeah.
Absolutely.
She's got a pair of bangs in this episode that are just like it's like a little like a English dinner roll.
Ooh.
Like it's just right here and it stays right on the side of her head, doesn't move. It's fabulous.
It's beautiful and delicious.
Yeah.
When I was in my 20s, we used to drink at this bowling alley bar called Shooters. And in the women's room, they had a can of Aquanet just
Hell yeah.
in the bathroom. For
Just in
women who
case you needed it.
We just needed to fucking lacquer that down just one more time.
Well, news to all you lovely men that don't usually enter restrooms where ladies attend or female presenting.
You
They're
didn't know me in my 20s, did you?
Well, we still have that. Like it's pretty common to find in nicer establishments, perhaps, like a little section with like, it's very, very much like when you go to a bar or a club and there's like a dude there, be like, mint, sir. We have the same kind of vibe, but it's like, here's a tampon, here's a pad, here's a fucking can of Aquanet, and maybe like a Listerine. And you're just like, hell yeah, thanks, bartender
Why don't they
at the
do
bar
that in
bathroom.
The men's room?
Yeah, suck it.
What a fucking
I mean,
rip-off.
I don't want like a group Listerine or anything, but like, no, I mean, it would be nice. Like, you know.
Yeah. You have a little bowl of Starburst, like that's
Get
cute.
some Skittles.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you get like a really nice Uber and they have like the tray of candy.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't mind if I do.
Yeah. A light tampon super and super plus. Oh my God. And this Uber, I love it.
What is this, the White House? Where am I?
Oh, so when it's over, they find themselves back in Mary Beth's house and everything is fine, or so it seems. Because Mary Beth and Weeds are amazed that the window is closed. But hold up. It's not Mary Beth and Weeds. It's just a couple of kids that look like them. I was very confused here.
I genuinely was like, wait, are they?
I had to
the
go back
same?
because I was like, wait a sec, who the fuck are these kids?
But did you notice that they have like a big TV on like a rolling cart, like you would
Yeah.
in like junior high, where it was like fucking belted down
Substitute
to the roller?
Oh
day.
yeah. No. When I dated Christine, like me and her sister would play fucking Nintendo on a TV that was on a little roller cart.
Why?
Because that's how they had it set up. The figure in black comes along and pulls off the hood, explaining that she closed the window and got rid of the invaders forever.
Yeah, hey, isn't this the premise of The Others? This is
Oh,
literally
yeah,
the plot
yeah.
of The Others.
Oh my God.
They ripped off the Others ripped off an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Hey, it's a great premise, man. When it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
So now we cut to a shot of the crystal ball where Mary Beth, Weeds, and Sardo Numspar are trapped. And that's what you get for dabbling in the occult.
It's true.
You got to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it once and ended up in a cult. It was
true.
terrible.
Oh no.
It's way less funny than it sounds.
Well, oh shit, this is true?
Yeah. I was in a cult. man.
Fuck.
Can you name them?
It wasn't actually a cult, it was almost a cult.
Okay.
Back at the fire, Midnight Society are blown away. That'll teach them to talk shit.
Yeah, they're like, oh man, so excellent. It's just sensational.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry about their mom when it happened to her.
And then Gary produces some super specs that he gifts to everyone.
Yeah, he takes them out of his pink backpack. You know what? Gary's confident in his masculinity.
Cute. Gary.
Yep. And then on the count of 3, they put them on and see one of the figures in black. And then they all scream and run away, except for Kristen. Mm-hmm. And then the figure in black takes off the mask, and it's just David.
Who was, I guess, sitting in the woods alone all night?
Which is the scariest.
Just jacking it.
That is commitment.
It always reminds me of that's the line from Cyril on Archer. You know me, just jacking it.
Just what a jacking it in San Diego.
Just jacking it. Hilarious.
Yep. That's one hell of an April Fool's joke.
Well, got him. Zinged him.
LOL.
It's a killer. But also, that'll teach them. That'll fucking teach them.
It's true.
Yeah. If you try and mess with voodoo in a gay man's magic shop, you're going to end up trapped by Lady Gaga in a crystal ball.
It's true.
It's just a fact.
Yep.
Facts of life.
Nothing you can do about it.
Exactly.
So on behalf of everyone on this pod, I want to thank you for taking the time to get spooked with us. Check back in 1 week when Aileen will tell us another chilling tale. Until then, you can find Aileen on Uike Horror, Bryan and Dave here on Bring Me the Axe and 99-cent rental, and Mikie on The Rewatcher. Bye.
Laughing in the Dark is written by us and produced and edited by Mikie Sorois, with music by Brian White. Our incredible key art was created by Vin Elio. You can keep up with us in between episodes by following us on Instagram at laughinginthedarkpod, or you can email us at laughingpodcast@gmail.com. And if you're listening on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. We sure would appreciate it.